Good morning, or afternoon, or evening. So I've written a couple of posts on the inner battle, and the last one addressed the darkness. And it's interesting because I went back and read through it and all of the things that I'm processing in there, and I wanted to press in more. I don't know if you know, or maybe you do. Carlos and I created a system, a process that is called My Epic 30, where, when we're connecting with the Father, we ask for a random verse and then we break it down. We don't take things just at translation level. Carlos is really, really good at just pursuing the deeper, the real, the intention behind the verse, the words, all of the depth that the Hebrew language brings to gain wisdom and understanding. So anyways, in regards to the darkness, it's funny because after I wrote that post, I the following morning got a verse, and it was Daniel 2:2, and it is, he reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what lies in darkness, and light dwells with him. And then it goes on to talk about, thank you, God, you have given me wisdom and power, and you have made known to me what I've asked for. You made known the dream of a king. So the first part, though, is the verse that I got. And so what I had asked Carlos to break it down for me. And I wanted to share with you because I think there's some really powerful revelation and some really necessary things that we need to address as a people. I have been working with my clients. Man, there's a lot of things that we don't bring to the light because of fear of man, whether it's religious oppression, whether it's just judgment, society. Again, going back to, the things that I wrote in the post was about like politically correct, or, we're afraid to offend somebody. So there's all these different factors, right? So anyways, let's go break it down. So the first part is he reveals. Okay, so he reveals, and what does that mean? That means to uncover, right? To remove the veil. So if we're having to reveal something, that means it's hidden, right? It's hidden, and it talks about that in the dark places. But with the intention, so as you're breaking it down into the Hebrew, it goes into the intention is to be set free. So what does revelation bring? Revelation brings freedom. So what do you see when you uncover things? Revealing can bring healing, and revealing can also bring punishment, right? If there's things in the darkness that we feel require punishment, like we do it to ourselves. So the things about revealing and healing, right? To uncover, remove, opens up. There's new heights. There's a desire to grow. There's the pursuit of confidence and courage, and the knowing that I'm worthy of being happy, right? But if we are revealing punishment or rut, we think that things are going to stay the same. We're feeling barred from, exiled. Exiled is the word that shows up in the Hebrew. Bondage, control, captive, refused to see self. So, in our processes, we have an agreements process where we've agreed with something that is negative or painful or whatever that experience was. So then we refuse to see the truth. We refuse to see the truth of ourselves. And then that's where we refuse to ask. We refuse to pursue greater things. We refuse to pursue healing even. Sometimes we just choose to stay stuck, right? In that shame. And that's where we hide. So you have these two pieces, right? You have the revealing for healing, and we have the revealing for punishment. At the end of the day, it's the truth of our heart. So we're revealing the truth of our heart. And so that's where the deep comes in. In the verse, it talks about the deep and the hidden things. The deep is the unfathomable, right? So if we are pursuing, or if God is pursuing the truth of our heart, it's the real, it's the raw. And we can only get to the real and the raw when we recognize, and sometimes, it's really only God that we can do that with, because we have such a fear of man. We have such a low self-esteem or insecurity, if you will, about the thoughts and the judgments of others, that oftentimes we don't reveal what's really in our heart. We don't reveal our truth. So the deep is the depths of the soul. And then, so the secret things, right, is the places that are hidden. And why are they hidden? Why are they hidden? And it is because of the fear of man, the judgment, the confusion. So, sometimes we don't speak our truth because the people around us bring confusion. They have their voices, right? We have other people's thoughts, their opinions, their suggestions, their beliefs, right? So if we don't feel safe to reveal the truth of our heart, then we don't, and those things stay hidden, and then we don't feel a sense of value. We don't, if we aren't choosing to reveal things, then we're not giving opportunity for support. We're not giving opportunity for our voice to be heard. So, and that's kind of when we get to a place, right, where we explode, because we've suppressed, and then finally we're like, I'm worthy of speaking, or I'm, my feelings matter, my thoughts, my feelings, my beliefs, right? They matter. So that's when we enter into like a flight stage, because when we choose to hide and keep the truth of our heart closed off to the people around us, that's when we stay stuck, right? And that's when we, can have an explosion. So then it goes into, he knows what lies in the darkness, which means, so when we break it down, he knows, and this is so cool, and I love this so much, is that he understands. He knows because he understands. How do we understand something? Because we pursue with a desire to know. If we pursue somebody's thoughts and the truth of their heart with a desire to know, like a true, genuine desire to know the truth of their heart, that's when we gain understanding. And that's when people feel understood. That's when I feel understood. I'm sure that's where you feel understood. So hearing here, the Father knows, it means he understands. So he's revealed the truth of your heart, and he understands. He understands you. He understands your pain. He understands the struggle. He understands why you're not revealing your truth. He understands what happened to cause you to be there, to stay stuck. And he's inviting you to bring it into the light, right? The light dwells with him. So when we talk about where is the light, where do we find freedom and connection? The freedom and connection come when we are honest with ourselves, right? When we're willing to look in the deep, into the truth of our heart. Look, we operate sometimes totally on just default mode, right? We've done it for so long that it is our reality. Our reality is not necessarily our truth, okay? Our reality is what we create. And oftentimes we create it based on the agreements that we've had, the root cause of pain, the lack of trust, all of these different factors is where we kind of create our reality. So if we want freedom and we want to create what we want, we have to press in and let the Father reveal the truth of our heart. And you can know that He understands. He understands you. He understands me. Man, what a freaking blessing, right? So, because He understands, He can bring wisdom. The light. Wisdom is the light. Wisdom, daylight, feminine, it shines. So these are all the Hebrew broken down. Stream, to flow, move, action, all of these things to flow together. Synchronicity, sparkle, sheen, running out of a stream, light and water together, fire and water. Man, it's so powerful, right? So powerful that He can bring the wisdom and the answers. And when it says, you know, it moves on to say, thank you, God, you have given me wisdom and power. You have made me known. When we are willing to pursue the truth of our heart and reveal from the hidden places, the darkness, He can then empower us, right? He can empower us and reveal the truth, the light, the wisdom. And together, you and God can see the dreams to reality. You can create what you want. The truth of my heart is no longer hidden. There's freedom. You're breathing freely, thinking clearly. And that's where true abiding, true connection really is. We have to be able to let Him reveal it, which means we have to let down our guard. We have to break down our walls. We have to be willing to access and be willing to fly into the storm. If your truth, the truth of your heart, creates a storm around you with the people that you know and love, that freedom on the other side of that, would it be worth it? Would it be worth it?